Good morning, everyone. Thanks again for joining me for another mindful moment. Today's mindful moment is inspired by a quote from Booker T. Washington. This is a quote in our daily mindful life community, and it really struck a chord with me when I read it this morning. Success is not measured so much by the position one has achieved as much by the obstacles one has overcome. This is so critical, I think, for us to remember as we engage in our lives. We are often pretty critical of ourselves and constantly comparing ourselves with others, and artificially so, in ways about, what position we have, our house, our car, the clothing we wear, our reputation. We think about whether we've made it in life, whether we're successful in some way. All too often we're focusing on those types of external conditions, not recognizing that, in fact, they don't really determine our value as a human being, nor does it determine the value of others that we see, because we often are comparing how we feel with how others appear on the outside, and boy, that's a losing battle right there. What if we were to look at it a bit more accurately? Do we really admire someone who was given a lot of opportunity, or do we admire someone who really worked and achieved something? What's more important? What about within ourselves? How much have you overcome in your life? When you think about the journey you've been on, haven't you overcome incredible obstacles, adversity, overcome sadness, despair, insecurities? Have you had to really stick through some tough times? And are you still standing? Are you still here showing up for another day to ask yourself how to participate in this thing we call life in a way that's meaningful to you? And if so, what's more successful than that? We can be in a real nice house with luxury and be empty on the inside. And we can simply be sitting in the park, feeling fulfilled, and our lives quite meaningful. The journey is what's valuable, and all too often we forget that as we strive to achieve some external circumstance. And all too often we rate the outcome more so than the journey to get there. So today, inspired by Booker T. Washington, I invite you to be mindful of how you evaluate your own journey and the external circumstances of your life, remembering that it's not how others see us, and it's not what we have that truly creates the worthiness and value in our life. It's what we've had to overcome to be where we are. And remember, you've overcome a lot today. So today, give a little pat on the back and a recognition for all that you've overcome, for you're already a success in so many ways. And so are others. So let's remember to honor and recognize those that we see today. And then maybe instead of that superstar musician that people want to take a picture with, how about that single working mom raising 3 kids and working a couple of jobs? Who's really got it to overcome some difficulty? Maybe our local heroes are all around us in our everyday life, including you. Thanks so much for joining me today for a mindful moment.